everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be on the makeup look that I'm wearing right now. This is going to be kind of a summer easy glam makeup look. Now the reason why it's easy is just because this is a really simple makeup look and you may not think it, but it literally is so quick to do. The only reason that it looks really glam I think is just because of the lip colours I paired with it and also the fake lashes. They really helped kind of make a look more glam than it really is. So if you want to make a bit more effort with your makeup but you simply don't have the time, then this is the makeup look for you. So I really hope you guys enjoy. So first, starting off with primer, I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible Primer just so that my face stays matte throughout the whole entire day. Next, onto foundation, I'm using a mixture of two. I'm using the Bourjois Healthy Mix Serum and the Maybelline Fit Me foundation just to make sure the shade is the right colour, and just applying this all over the face. Next, onto concealer, I'm using two. This is the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer and also the Maybelline Anti-Age Rewind Concealer. Just blending these in with my brush and then going over with my sponge to make sure there's no kind of dodgy blending or anything like that. Next, onto contour, I'm using the Maybelline Master Contour Stick, just using the contour side along my cheekbones, along my jawline, my forehead, my nose, and all the places that I just want to look slightly more sculpted, because this is a glam makeup look. Even though it's quite simple, it's still glam, so I did want to add a little bit of contour. Next, onto highlight, I'm using the Clinique Chubby Stick, and this is the Hefty Highlighting Stick, and just applying this to my cheekbones and my nose and my eyebrows. And the reason why I'm using a cream highlighter is just because it looks slightly more natural than a powder one, and I didn't want to go too heavy. I know I'm applying a lot of products, but I am applying light layers of each product, so I'm not going too heavy on the skin. Next, I'm just setting my makeup in place with the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder, so don't look oily throughout the day. So just setting all the places that I applied my concealer earlier on. Next, for bronzer, I'm using the Rimmel Natural Bronzer and just using this to warm up my face, just because I didn't want to look like white at all. I did also apply some of this down my neck because I do realise that my neck looks really pale compared to my face, and it's just because my neck does not tan at all. So yeah. Next, onto blush, I'm using this Makeup Revolution blush and just applying it to the cheeks, and it's very pigmented, so really be careful with this one. Next, for eyeshadow, I'm using the shade Desert Sands and just applying this into the crease as a transition colour, just because there isn't a lot of eyeshadow but I wanted it to be nice and seamless. Next, I'm applying Mango Tango in the same kind of place I applied the last shade, but less like higher up on the lid. Next, going in with the shade Cocoa Bear, I'm applying this, really kind of concentrating it in the outer V of the eye, just because I didn't want to smoke it out too much. I wanted this to be somewhat natural, so yeah, just applying that shade and then blending it out. Next, I'm using this Bourjois Nude Smoky kind of trio and using the darkest shade and applying it to the outer edge of the eyelid and just blending it in with my brush, just because I wanted a bit of glitter. And then I'm going in with the lightest shade and applying this to the inner corner of the eye and then blending it out. I'm also applying some of them shades to the lower lash line as well. And applying a bit of the really light shade that I put on the lid in the inner corner and on the brow bone. Next, onto eyeliner, I'm just using this Rimmel Specialized eyeliner and just lining my upper water and lower waterline with this, just to kind of darken up the lash line a bit. Next, onto mascara, I'm using the L'Oreal Sculpt Mascara and doing a light layer as I am going in with Full C's. Next, applying the Eyelure Texture 117 lashes. These are by far my favourite lashes of all time. Next, just applying some lower lash mascara. Now onto the first lip option, and this is the Tiny Burr Matte Lip Cream in the shade Martha Moo. It's a really nice kind of pinky nude shade, so this is kind of more of like the daytime shade. And that's the final look with the first lip colour. I absolutely love how it turned out. Next, on to the next lip option. This is the NYX Liquid Suede in the shade Sandstorm. This is more of like a evening shade because it's slightly darker, but it is kind of a nude. It's just a very dark nude on me as well. But I do really like how this looks as well. And this is the final look with that lipstick. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and comment down below any other videos you'd like me to do in the future, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.